Okay, take a look at this rose bush with me for a second. It's almost end of August, and honestly, it looks like it's losing its pants. The bottom two-thirds of this thing is just sticks. Bare, thorny, slightly depressing sticks. And down on the soil underneath it, there's this whole graveyard of yellow, black-spotted leaves that fell off and just gave up on life. If your rose looks like this right now, I want you to take a breath, because I promise you, you are not alone, and this is not a terminal diagnosis. Your rose did not wake up one day and decide to quit on summer. It's not dying of old age. And before you go grab the chemical spray bottle, the one that costs more than your electric bill, I want you to give me 60 seconds. Because today, we're fixing this naked rose problem with actual plant biology, not chemicals. And it genuinely takes less time than it took you to read the label on that spray bottle. Let's get into it. So here's what's actually happening. And once you understand this, you're going to look at your garden completely differently. This is all caused by something called black spot fungus. And the key thing to understand is how it actually spreads, because it's not falling out of the sky like some kind of fungal weather event. It's not raining spores on your rose. It's hibernating. Right there in your dirt, patiently waiting. Think of water droplets as a ladder. When it rains, or when you water your plant, and by the way, if you're watering your roses from above like a lawn sprinkler, we need to talk after this. That droplet hits the infected soil, and it physically splashes those dormant spores upward. And where does that splash land first? The lowest leaves, every time. From there, it's basically playing a game of the floor is lava, except the fungus is winning. It climbs from the bottom leaves to the next ones up, then the next, working its way up the plant like it's got somewhere important to be. That's exactly why your bottom leaves are the first to drop, then the middle ones follow. It's not random. It's literally climbing your rose to death, one splash at a time. Okay, so now that we know it's climbing, the fix is honestly kind of obvious once you say it out loud. We take away the ladder. I call this the August knee-high strip, and fair warning, this is the part where you're going to feel like a terrible plant parent. If you're a beginner, maybe sit down for this one. Put your gloves on, thick ones, because rose thorns do not care about your feelings, and we're going to go around the entire base of the plant and strip off every single leaf on the bottom 12 to 18 inches of those canes. And I mean every leaf. Healthy ones, spotted ones, the ones that look perfectly fine and didn't do anything wrong, off they come too. I know, it feels like you're punishing the honor roll student for what the troublemaker did. Do it anyway. Here's why this actually works, and it's not just us being savage for no reason. We're not just removing infected leaves, we're removing the lowest rungs of that ladder entirely. If there's no leaf sitting right at splash height, the fungus has nowhere to land. It can climb all it wants, but if the first 3 rungs of the ladder are just gone, it's not going anywhere. You're not treating the infection, you're taking away its transportation. Now, and this is important, do not stop here. If you strip the plant and walk away feeling proud of yourself, you have done half a job, and half a job here is basically a wasted afternoon. Because right now, all those diseased leaves are sitting in a pile on the ground, which is exactly where the fungus wants to spend the winter. So, step 1 of round 2. Clean up every single leaf from that pile of death. All of it, off the soil. And please, for the love of your garden, do not put these in your compost bin. I know composting feels like the responsible, eco-friendly thing to do, but here, it's basically fungus meal prep for next spring. You'd just be saving it a plane ticket back to your rose bush. Bag it, bin it, get it off the property. Then we build what I like to call the quarantine wall. Lay down a nice thick layer, about 2 inches, of fresh compost or mulch over the soil around the base of the plant. Not a light dusting, an actual thick layer. What you're doing here is physically sealing in whatever spores are still down there hiding in the dirt, so the next time it rains, that water hits mulch, not infected soil, and there's nothing left to splash up. Then give it a good heavy watering to settle everything in. That's it. That's the whole technique. Strip the ladder, seal the tunnel. No spray bottle required. Now let's talk about what actually happens next, because this is the satisfying part. Within about 2 to 3 weeks, those bare, thorny canes are going to stop wasting energy fighting a losing chemical war, and they're going to redirect all of that energy into pushing out brand new, clean, healthy foliage. And it comes back fast, like the plant genuinely missed being pretty. By around the 3-week mark, you're going to have a bushy, dense rose again, and it's going to throw out a second wave of blooms so enthusiastically, it's almost like it's apologizing for looking so rough back in August. So seriously, don't panic when you see the bare bottom and the leaf pile. And don't waste money on expensive chemical sprays that, by this point in the season, barely even work anymore anyway. Just strip the ladder, seal the escape route, and let the plant do what it already knows how to do. If this saved your rosebush from an unnecessary trip to the trash heap, or saved you a trip to the garden store for a spray you didn't actually need, go ahead and hit subscribe, because this is exactly the kind of work with the plant, not against it stuff I cover all the time. And I want to know, drop it in the comments, what's the most naked, most embarrassing looking plant in your yard right now? No judgment. I promise mine has looked worse. I'm rooting for you and your rose bush. I'll see you in the next one.